sooner or later. Angela Rayner affirms to admit guilt as calling Boris Scum at annual conference. Angela Rayner has stood by her description of the Conservatives as homophobic, racist, misogynistic, scum after the Labour leader distanced himself from her words. Amid tensions with Starmer over the party's proposed rule changes, the deputy Labour leader declined to apologise for her remarks, which were made at a Labour conference reception the day before. "We cannot get any worse than a bunch of scum, homophobic, racist, misogynistic, absolute vile, banana republic, vile, nasty, Etonian, piece of scum," she said at the event, before adding that she had held back a little. Her remarks drew criticism from some Tories, while two shadow cabinet ministers, Lisa Nandy and Ed Miliband, said they would not use the same terms. But Rayner defended her comments as being made in the street language of her northern working-class roots. Rayner said she would say sorry only if Boris Johnson apologised for past comments he made that are homophobic, that are racist, that are misogynistic, a reference to the Prime Minister's previous comments including comparing burqa-wearing Muslim women to letterboxes and describing gay men as tank-topped bum boys. Rayner was defended by John McDonnell, the former Shadow Chancellor, who suggested she should not have used the language she did, but that deep down, she's expressing the anger many of us feel. "We've all been there, late at night, getting very angry about what's going on. What I like about Angie Rayner is that she's human," he said. Oliver Dowden, the Tory co-chairman, said, "At a time when the country is trying to pull together to recover from COVID, the last thing we need is the deputy leader of the Labour Party calling people scum and yelling insults. We need to make politics better, not drag it into the gutter. Let's see if we get an apology." James Cleverly, a Foreign Office minister, claimed voters would see a Tory party that has had two female prime ministers and the most diverse government and they'll know she's talking crap. Dodds said it raised concerns about safety for politicians. "I would say that the broader issue of safety for everyone in politics is very important," she said. "I think all parliamentarians should be committed to ensuring that everyone can be involved in public life without any fear of intimidation or violence." However, Angela Rayner yesterday pledged to apologise to Boris Johnson personally after she called the Tories scum in a rant at the Labour conference. Labour's deputy leader unreservedly apologised last month, saying she had reflected on the tone of debate since the killing of Tory MP David Amess in October. At the September event, Mrs. Rayner said, "We cannot get any worse than a bunch of scum, homophobic, racist, misogynistic." She told the BBC's Andrew Marr show, "I have asked Boris Johnson to meet with me because I did lay some serious allegations because of his past comments." Mr. Marr asked if Mr. Johnson agreed to meet, "Will you apologise at that meeting for language you've used?" Mrs. Rayner said, "Absolutely, yes." Referring to her previous criticisms of the Prime Minister's comments, she added, "I have said about them being homophobic, racist and misogynist, and I have asked him to meet with me to discuss that, because I actually think all of us have a responsibility around our language. I have apologized for using that language and I absolutely stand by that apology. But I do think that others, including the Prime Minister, should apologize for the language that he's used in the past which has led to public discourse as well.